Hello everybody, Nathan the F&I guy here again, just coming to you with a new video. This one's about vehicle service contract letters. I'm sure most people who buy a car at a dealership eventually receive letters from all sorts of different sources for service contracts. They generally look like this. I kind of redacted out my wife's information, but you can see, oh, it's upside down. Essentially, it says it comes from a motor vehicle division. Usually they're in like a green or red envelope with stripes on it telling you it's urgent and that it's mail fraud if somebody else opens it. Basically, it's a scare tactic they're doing to get you to open the letter and realize that your warranty on your vehicle is about to come up. Most of the time they get this information from public records. Usually when you register your car with the DMV, it becomes a public record of some sort, and these companies are very good at digging these up. The problem is not all service contract companies are created equal, so a lot of times if you purchase one of these, you wind up having problems. I recently had a phone call from a customer who purchased one, never received a copy of it. I Googled the company, it looked like they had their head owner, CEO go to jail for fraud. A lot of times you try and get work done and there's all these fine print caveats, so you don't get anything accomplished when you go to a shop. They're not cancelable, they're not refundable, in some cases they aren't even legit at all. So I always give people kind of the three-stool analogy, which I'll do for you, or sorry, the three-legged stool analogy, which I learned from a colleague of mine. So essentially you got the three legs of the stool, and they all prop up the service contract. Don't mind my stool analogy. And so of the three-legged stool, you've got the seller, you've got the underwriter, and then you've got the company that backs the insurance policy, essentially. So the three-legged stool analogy is designed to basically illustrate that if one leg of the stool falls out, like let's say the underwriter goes out of business, well then your policy falls over and it's not worth anything anymore. If your insurer goes out, well then it falls apart and you no longer have a policy. If the dealer goes out and they're basically backing the policy and they go out of business, your policy is no good. So essentially with the three-legged stool, it's important to realize companies like Toyota and CNA National, they're all three legs of the stool. So for a company like that to go out of business, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So it's best to purchase one directly from a dealer. Go in and see a live body. Go talk to somebody. Don't do it over the phone. Don't get convinced over the phone to give them a credit card. I see that happen a lot. The idea is you want to protect yourself. You want to make sure you're getting legitimate coverage. So the best thing you can do is go see your dealer where you bought your vehicle. If you get a warranty from Toyota, extended service contract, one from CNA National, they're a multi-billion-dollar company who owns all three legs of the stool, and they're great when it comes to claims. These are the companies you want to work with. There's also a company called AUL who does a little high mileage stuff. They're wonderful as well. We've had great luck with them. We've used them for years. But I think these three companies are ones I'd recommend. There's probably more out there. I don't have personal knowledge with them. But I recommend you definitely take caution when you receive a letter like this, scaring you into thinking you have to buy a warranty. A lot of times too, I found with customers, they've actually already purchased one. So it's best to contact your finance and insurance manager who did your car deal and ask them. If you can't do that, find your original paperwork and look at the purchase order and see if you've already bought coverage. It's very important not to buy double coverage because only one policy is going to protect you, and that's all you really need. So hopefully this information helps. Buyer beware. Make sure you always investigate whatever you're purchasing, and definitely don't make it a hasty decision and do some homework. So hopefully if you have any questions, you'll post them on my YouTube video page, and thanks for tuning in.